I grew up not really thinking that I was super masculine. I had long hair. All my brothers were like sports dudes.
Let's go!
Hey, we got another Murpher.
He's locked in.
Oh, you gotta build some tension. We might not make it.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Welcome to the video. I used to do like, what's up guys, and I decided I can't.
What's up guys?
What's up guys?
So Josh and I got paired together randomly as roommates freshman year.
Well, it was like an online
picked a
dating
random-
thing for
Yeah.
roommates.
I knew you were the one when I would be.
Today we are attempting Murph. Will, do you want to explain what Murph is?
Murph is a person. Murph was a Navy SEAL who died in combat. If you've seen Lone Survivor, he was one of the dudes that passed away in that film. And he was known for doing this workout where he would run a mile and then do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 squats, and then run another mile. And he would do it with 25-pound weight vest, which we do not have today, nor do I know if I could actually. He was a Navy SEAL, all right? Anyways, that's what the Murph is, and it's kind of a tradition to do a Murph on Memorial Day in honor of him and other fallen soldiers.
Something we split it up. We run the mile. We'll do 15 squats, 10 push-ups, 5 pull-ups, and then run another mile. We'll obviously do 20 sets of that.
That's some quick math right there,
Yeah,
my boy.
right? I know.
He's not just a hunk of meat, ladies.
Calculator. Yes, if you're looking for a boyfriend. I'm bulking right now though, so go
wait for the cut.
wait for the cut.
Gonna
Give
be
it like
crazy.
6
It's gonna be
months.
crazy.
Yikes. But yeah, so guess we'll talk a little bit about just like what it means to live in a free country and to be able to, you know, have freedom of religion and freedom to follow God and follow, you know, our best like version of what manhood looks like, which is Jesus.
Freedom to me,
yes.
freedom to me means having a bonfire with the boys and roasting a damn wiener over that son of a beach.
True. Do I have to beep out beach?
I don't know. There's a lot of chaos in the world right now. It's easy to get negative and
true.
get caught up in the
True.
boomer mentality of like life is going down the toilet. But yeah, we have so much to be thankful for, and people gave their lives so that we could be free. And you know, yes, we need to protect that freedom, and it probably looks very different to do that now than it did, you know, in World War II or whatever. But there also is a time for just recognizing the sacrifice people made and being thankful.
I feel like there's such a victim mentality in the world right now, and people are just so like focused on themselves, and like myself included, because I think partially because our lives are so easy in a sense. Like we're not in some great war or Great Depression. It's a Fight Club quote. It's so easy to just, you know, get down on yourself because you're just only focused on yourself. And I was talking to actually this guy that's one of my kind of role models that I look up to. And he was like, man, like, you just got to be thankful first thing in the morning, because otherwise you're just going to wake up and feel like you're just going to start thinking about yourself and feel like a piece of crap because you're just so selfish, you know, and just our default is like to be selfish, you know.
Or dude, as a guy, like being on Instagram first thing, that is like, I don't know if this is relatable, but the wake up and doom scroll is like death. And especially as a dude, you know how it is, waking up being, you know, chomping at the bit, raring to go. My dad always says you wake up on default settings. And I love that.
That's so good.
Because you do. You wake up being selfish and horny and just, you know, looking for entertainment right away and whatever else. And it really takes some intentionality first thing in the morning to be like, I'm going to change my default settings back to the way that I actually want to act and to the man that I really want to be.
That being said, we have the freedom to torture ourselves with Murph.
A good supper fest.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Alright, this is the grind section. It's like the tiniest incline, but it absolutely kills.
Jonah just doesn't flush the toilet, or he doesn't like.
What?
No, he doesn't close the door when he's pooping. So the whole basement just stinks, bro.
Oh god.
He doesn't turn the fan on either, so there's no aeration.
Alright, you ready?
So the question is, Will, do we do kipping pull-ups?
No, absolutely
Or
not.
no kipping pull-ups? Dang.
I ain't no CrossFit trash. Dude, Murph would not do kipping. He probably didn't know what kipping was.
We have to do 20 rounds, right?
I think so.
We need 20 toothpicks that we can just like...
We should give ourselves 20 brands. We've done one round. 19 left.
Who's your biggest role model as a kid?
As a kid,
For like what it looks like to be a man, both someone you know and then someone you just looked up to. That could be like a celebrity or something.
okay. Great question. Someone I know, for sure, my dad. He was just
That's a good answer.
so solid.
Yeah.
And led our family very well. Was always super patient and kind, but very strong. He's a good example of like what it means to be meek as a man. Super humble and wouldn't like force any kind of macho-ness. He just was very cool because of everything he did and who he was. He didn't have anything to prove. I think someone that I always admired, maybe this is a cliche answer, but dude, David from the Bible,
Yeah.
like,
That's a good one.
unbelievably good example of what a man looks like. I've been reading a lot of the Psalms lately, so my church is doing a series on emotions in the Psalms. And dude, David was such a man. He felt so many emotions, made so many mistakes, huge ones, like committing adultery and then having the girl's husband murdered. And
Yeah,
yet,
dude.
despite all those mistakes, he was known as the man after God's own heart, which is just crazy. And like, I guess something I've really taken away from that is that I want to be a man known for being quick to repent. Not necessarily be a man known
That's good.
to be perfect.
Yeah.
And someone who's authentic with God and willing to be angry with him and wasn't afraid to show his
Right.
emotions.
Yeah.
I've been reading Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren.
Yeah.
Fantastic book. And one of the things he talks about is that the quickest way to develop a real relationship with God is to be authentic with him.
Yeah.
Like how you imagine like trying to be friends with someone super famous
Yeah.
who's a really cool person.
Yeah.
If you went up to them and were just kissing their butt the whole time and were like just like kind of being fake, if they were a genuine person, they probably wouldn't want to be around you.
Yeah. Right.
But if
right.
you were just authentic, willing to call them out when they did something wrong or when you don't understand what they're doing and things like that, that's a real friend.
Yeah.
God wants us to be real friends with him. And David was like that. He was willing to be
Yeah.
angry with God
Yeah.
and show his emotions to God.
Yeah.
And that's why he was known as a man after God's own heart, which is just crazy.
I saw this thing. It was like a sermon that I heard pretty recently. God would rather you like yell at him than just be like fake with him.
Yeah. What are we at? Is this 6?
This is 5.
That sound is insane. Stuck in the gut, baby.
Sound like a baby seal.
My knees are wobbling. Good thing that 98.5% of your audience is male, because I feel like this would be borderline like OnlyFans. Oh, he's pulling away.
I just wanted a water break.
That was 12?
I thought it was 13. Keep hitting the same round over and
I think
over.
that was 14.
That was 12. That was 12. I ate crumble
I'm
cookie
gonna write this down.
for lunch.
Dude, are you serious? He's on that dirty bulk. I ate an entire Domino's large pizza last night and 16 breadsticks. Talk to me about a healthy mental relationship with food. Where's the line between over controlling and like low-key eating disorders that bodybuilders have, combined with being healthy and caring about what you're putting in your body?
If you know you're training for a goal, it's okay to sprint towards that goal. But then once you hit it, it's okay to take like a break for a while, you know, or like an off season.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you're competing, I guess it changes things a little bit. But as someone who's probably never going to compete, doesn't really have the desire to do that, I think I have to focus on eating based on how I feel and not based on how I want to look.
If you're competing,
that's kind of
you know, there's an end goal. You know, it's not just like endless pain for just trying to like look good. You know,
you're gonna get to your show and then hopefully take time off.
Yeah, because like with that, it's like the show day will come either way.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're where you want to be or not, like you're gonna have to be there.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you're just trying to get to this like perfection, you know, that it's like, what's the goal? I think that's why it's so important to have like hard goals. Then if you know you have a goal, it doesn't really matter where other people are. Yeah. Because you're like, no, I'm not doing this for them or just to look good. Like I'm doing this to hit that goal. So it's like if I'm bulking and I feel kind of chubby, but like I know I have a long-term goal. Yeah. You know, it doesn't matter if like I'm at the pool, I'm like, man, I'm kind of chubby, or like vice versa. Yeah. Right. Or it's like I feel super weak and I'm cutting. All right. So what's some advice you give to your younger self on masculinity?
Don't be such a That's a great question. I grew up not really thinking that I was super masculine. I had long hair. All my brothers were like sports dudes.
Your dad's a military guy.
Yeah. And it's so funny because he's not really that macho. But he is in his own way, like I said earlier.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
I don't think there should be like the stereotypical masculine thing.
No, yeah.
It's not like freaking Marlboro Man, you know?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I just was more like the, not the black sheep. I don't get emo here. I was always a little bit more feminine than my brothers were. And so I never really thought like I would ever be a very masculine guy. But I think this is to my very young self. I think as I've gotten older, I've realized that gentle and meek are two of the most important qualities for a man. And
that's good. You don't hear that a lot.
I think that's pretty counter-cultural for what most people think manhood is. And I think that's what I would tell my younger self to focus on, instead of like trying to force some sort of masculinity by being super rough in football or super rough with my brothers. I just feel like I was always trying to be like tough and rough on people around me. Yeah. And that didn't really end up translating to any more masculinity. Honestly, if anything, I think it just damaged relationships. And it gave me some sort of like false confidence in a way that I was big enough that I could beat up on people around me. And so yeah, I would go back and tell myself to focus on being gentle.
These things are feminine qualities. Like they're all just things from God.
Yeah.
You know.
Feminine or masculine, it's all different parts of
it's all
God's
just
character.
different aspects of
and honestly,
godliness. Well, and if you try to force this like masculine stereotype, I think that's why sometimes people feel like they're not in their right body or something, because they're like, oh, I don't want to play football, so I'm not a man. You know, and their dad's like, yeah, like you're not a man because you don't like football. And it's like, then they're like, okay, well, what am I then? So they go the opposite way.
There's beauty in being well-rounded as a man. Well, and I mean, the first thing that we should have really brought up is that Christ is the ultimate image of what manhood is. And everything that he was on earth is manly. Everything that he wasn't on earth is not. So, I mean, if you want to see what a picture of perfect masculinity is, look at Christ and how he lived his life. How he was, like, he was a lot fiercer, I think, and a lot stronger and angrier than people give him credit for. Like what he did in the temple. But he also had such a meek side. Like when Peter cut off the ear, you know, and he healed it. And like when he told everybody to let the children come to him and things like that, I think.
It's a balance.
Yeah, it is.
For sure. That being said, I do think there are qualities that every man should have. You know, I think every man should be able to like protect his family to some extent, you know, and be like an emotional support for his family. Amongst other things. Not that he shouldn't also have support, because I think that's important.
But I think all of that starts with a healthy relationship with God. You're not going to have a healthy relationship with masculinity, or a healthy relationship with your family, or with your body, or with your eating, or any of those things. It all doesn't start with a healthy relationship with God and having a base in the identity that he has for you. This is the last one, by the way. Oh, baby.
Let's go. Nice, dude.
I gotta put it in just to make it official. All right, there it is. 20 sets.
Let's go.
All done.
All right, now I got a mile run and call it a day.
All right, let's rip it. All right, the last stretch.
Let's get it, baby.
Let's get it.
Last mile.
Oh God, the port bodies hit me like a train. Right there, brother. Let's sprint the last little bit. Go, Josh, go. It hurts. It hurts. Touch the truck. El Senor. Let's go.
Murph. Thanks for watching.
We made it. Tune in next time. See ya.
Well, I have a question for you. Would you like to come on full-time as an unemployed, not unemployed, as an unpaid intern, full-time?
Dude, oh yes!
Cameraman.
The opportunity of a lifetime.
And editor if you'd like.
And snack getter, coffee maker.
All that stuff. I
You're
think
gonna
it could
get good exposure.
It'd really help, with your resume and your portfolio, I think. Dude, peep the truck real quick.
This baby will do 0 to 60 in about 60 minutes.
Twin carburetor, V12, yep. Oh yeah, nice. Listen to it crank. You ready? Yep. Yeah. Nice.